In this video, I'll be diving a little deeper into fatigue in XR, so let's go ahead and get started. As I've mentioned in my Medium blog article, Physical Factors, Fatigue in XR, spending time in a virtual environment can be physically tiring for people who aren't used to it. So be sure to consider the length of time the user will spend in the headset for your application, and design the environment and the interactions with physical ergonomics in mind. When designing vertical interfaces, it's best to keep the user from having to keep their arms raised for long periods of time. Otherwise, their arms will become fatigued and will start to hurt. The longer they keep their arms in the air, the heavier they become. In the tech world, this is known as gorilla arm. As hand tracking becomes more prevalent in the XR space, it will be all the more important to keep this in mind when designing interfaces. Minority Report is almost 20 years old, but if someone references the PreCrime Scrubber, chances are you know exactly what they're talking about. During filming, Tom Cruise was using the prototype of an actual technology created at MIT. At the time, rumors abounded that he had to take frequent breaks on set when filming the scenes with the PreCrime Scrubber. Although he was in great shape, his arms were getting tired from holding them up for so long when interacting with the vertical gestural interface. So give people the ability to stop at any time. Besides fatigue, life happens and people need to stop for any number of reasons. Give them an easy way to do so. Give them an easy and clear way to exit, and give them the option to start back up where they left off. And remember that it's important not to blindly follow cool interactions found in sci-fi films. You need to know what's good and what's bad about them, and whether they're a good solution to the problem you're trying to solve. Now let's go back and take a closer look at that interface that was briefly shown on the screen, which is from Vader Immortal Episode 1. They provide a chapter select that lets you skip around the experience to a specific spot, or to just resume where you left off. They also provide a clear exit with a confirmation to ensure that this is what you meant to do. They've also designed the vertical interface to be similar to that of a kiosk that you would find in the real world. The interactions are simple and short, and they've even gone so far as to reduce the controller interactions, so you don't even need to use a controller button to select an option. You just move your hand in proximity and the hand changes to point, and you just tap. That means no tired fingers from spamming controller buttons. I highly encourage you to check it out for yourselves on Oculus headsets and PlayStation VR. I've included a link in the show notes. So for a quick recap, keep physical ergonomics in mind, much like how a real-world physical desk is set up for extended use to keep the body from getting tired. Give people the ability to stop at any time. Provide a clear and easy way to exit. Give them the option to start back where they left off. Don't require extended periods of raised arms or strong grips on controllers. Don't use large blocks of text that require a lot of reading, since it can cause eye strain. And don't blindly follow cool interactions found in science fiction films. You need to study them and know what's good and bad about them.